evening all. Welcome to Total Dust. Yes, that was a real mail from my inbox. You might want to go back and have a look at it if you missed it. That's a sampling, a kind of smidgen of the kind of hate and stuff I inspire. I also do get love, so don't feel bad for me. When we play these games, we play a persona. I'm not really the person that you hear and see this in this game. I am actually a very nice person. I help take my neighbour's trash to the curb. I pay my taxes. I am a very decent human being. And if you believe that load of bollocks, then you're as gullible as you look. I'm kidding. Don't hate me. Anyway, let's talk Dust Warlords. Let's introduce the video. Today, so you're listening to this video right now through your ears. It's Sunday, the whatever of the. It's Sunday, whatever the Sunday is. 17th? No. So hang on, it's the 13th, 14th, 15th. So it's the 15th of February, our Lord's year of 2015. And we're going to do some live streaming. It's because we never did a Warlords review. I quite like Warlords, actually. I'm actually surprised at how much I like it. So I could do a video, I guess, but I thought let's just do something a bit more fun. I'm going to try and get Joshua Evil back into the game. Now, if you don't know Josh, you should, because he ran, and I think maybe still runs, the biggest corp in the game that nobody ever logs into. He is the leader of the Unholy Legion of Darkstar, which is our corp. We had Darkstar Army, that's our alliance, and we were the biggest group of head honchos in the game. Although we failed miserably at PC because we have lives, so we can never be on when the jobless are on. So there we go. But fun stuff. It was it was good times. The corp is kind of dead now, which is a shame, but it lives in dormancy in the hope that one day we could actually have a game where we could be bothered to play again. That sounds horrible. I don't mean it to be, but there's no point having a big corporation in this game. There's no point doing PC because they're just throwing ISK at you now. They're just throwing guns at you now. The war barge is pretty much the reason not to need to do PC now. And we'll probably explain why that is the case in the live stream, which is happening hours after you're seeing this video. And if you're seeing this video late, then you probably missed it. Lol. But there we go. I think, to be honest, it's a good time to kind of reflect and pause on the game and say, what's going on? Number one, Judge has left the CPM. Well, actually, he didn't leave. He's been kicked out of the CPM by a rather too gleeful and eager bunch of CPMs who are so firmly, encroached around the penises of CCP that they would probably sell their own family into slavery rather than actually second guess and second talk CCP. There you go. That's the trolley statement I'm sure everybody was looking for. If Judge didn't turn up to meetings, then fuck him. If he can't be bothered to do it, then what can you do? I don't mean it in a nasty way. I love Judge. He's a great guy. He also probably, and let's just do some analysis of this. He's probably seen behind the scenes. He's seen under the hood of CCP, and his first instance was to quit the game entirely in all aspects. What does that tell you, folks? That pretty much tells me he did not like what he saw. So GG to him. He won Dust amazingly. He's a good guy. Don't hate on him for not wanting to play the game anymore. You cannot blame people for not. I respect him for the amount of testicles that he showed. Not literally, obviously, but I respect him for his balls. He must have been unable to walk like a gentleman. He must have walked like a cowboy everywhere to have the balls to firstly go for CPM, realize it's a load of steaming poop, and then have the balls to quit. Something I think some of our current CPM could never even comprehend, because to them that little forum tag and that quote access all areas fanfest badge means the world to them. So much so that they're just going to sell your game and my game from under us because they're a bunch of fucking yes men. So there we go. That's my thoughts on it. It's a shame. Judge would have done good stuff for the game, but he just obviously didn't want to do it. This is why I never ran. People always kind of say, why did you never run? With your YouTube, you probably would have got in. And I think, well, yeah, I would have probably easily got in. I'm being quite arrogant now, I know. But the reality is I probably would have got in. And the first thing I would have also done is seen what a shower of shit it is, because I would have not been appreciative. Judge is in blue chip like I am. We are both in blue chip business where we're quite arrogant alpha males. If you've ever seen the much acclaimed television show Suits, yeah, it's kind of us. And we're pretty unforgiving of dickheads and assholes and sycophants and wannabes. We don't tolerate them easily. So CCP is just filled with them. And from what I know and from what I hear and from what I understand, criticism and critique are not well taken at CCP. Understandably, because it's a creative company. And, you know, Michelangelo, when he's painting his chapel, didn't want some twat coming in and saying, dude, the birds are too fat, paint them skinnier. No, he didn't want that. He just, you know, he wanted to do his artwork. And that's exactly what's going on with Dust. So there we go. That's all I have to say on it, really. And I've spoken a lot about it, but I think I respect the guy undoubtedly for having the balls to just say, do you know what? I'm not bothered. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm leaving. You know, I'm going. I don't care. So there we go. Fun times ahead. FanFest is soon approaching, where nothing will be spoken about Dust whatsoever. So yeah, it's kind of a shame. I know I keep chipping away at that one, but I also think CCP need to be a bit more businesslike with this. If there's nothing to be said about Dust, then why are they sending the Dust team to it? Why are they doing that? What's the point? Why? What's going on there? Surely the gaming journalist media are just going to have a feeding frenzy with this. Where's Legion, bro? They're going to say, how's Dust doing, bro? I see there's only about 1,500 people concurrently playing at any one point at the best of times. Do you see what I mean? It's kind of like you would almost have like a little GIMP cupboard in the cellar of CCP that you would lock these people within. I'm doing myself no favors, I know this, but again, I'm not a CPM member. I'm not going to sit there and gently cup the balls of CCP and say everything's fine, shush, 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 everything's fine. It's not. This game is in big fucking trouble. There's not enough people playing. Every time I play this game, it just turns out to be the same. About 30 people playing, and it's always fucking Prima Gallicus, it's always fucking Sever True Blood, whatever, and it's always just the same group of people doing the same tactic with the same suit, the same bollocky logi chains, the same frickin' tanks, the same frickin' heavy machine guns, the same frickin' game. It's 2 years now, come on, can I not walk away from this game, please? If you're enjoying this meltdown, this is just a sampling of the meltdown that we're going to have in a few hours' time, seriously. We are just going to go and be very honest about the game. We're going to be very open and I think frank about what the hell is going on. I think, to be honest with you, a lot of what we'll talk about is going to be the business of CCP. So, you know, make sure you watch the live stream. And if you don't, I will put it up, don't worry. So you're not missing anything. But Josh and I, when we get going with our little chats, can be quite, I think, flavorful with our language, and I think quite focused with our hatred, and I think quite colourful with our, despisement of some of the stuff they've done with this game. Again, Josh is a veteran of he was the very first players to play this game, and like he was day one, I was day two, because he told me to come play it. So literally, this is going to be an interesting dissection of what Dust has become since when we first started playing to where we are today. And I think carefully and consideringly that this is going to be an interesting little discussion, so I would urge you to come watch it. But there we go. What a video this has been. Absolute hatred and bollocks. I hope you enjoy it. I think people do quite seem to like these videos, but there we go. Hope you enjoyed that. Join us in the live stream in about a few hours, you git. And if you don't, I'll come break your door down and put my tackle in your face.